Every year, 10 million tons of butter are consumed, which is one of the most popular dairy products in the world, made from cow's milk. Its delicious taste makes toast even more enjoyable. But how is butter made from cow's milk? Remind, we have a giveaway of a $100 value item of your choice for the first 1,000 subscribers. Hurry up and don't miss it. In this video, we will discover how industrial butter and powdered milk are made. It is very likely that accidental agitation of cream resulted in the creation of butter 10,000 years ago. It was during the Industrial Revolution that this delicious dairy product began to reach our homes on a massive scale. The ancient Romans used it as a beauty cream and to treat burns. At that time, people made butter by shaking milk in animal skin bags or hollow logs. The Vikings used it to strengthen themselves for dangerous voyages. Until the 19th century, butter was made by hand in small batches on farms. But in 1878, Carl Gustav Patrick invented a mechanical cream separator, allowing for industrial-scale production. Half of the total 570,000 dairy cows in Denmark provide milk for making butter. For the butter to be of high quality, it is necessary for the cows to enjoy pasture. However, butter is made exclusively from cream. Therefore, before making it, the cream must be separated from the milk. The world's largest butter company produces 154 tons every day. The butter-making process begins with the delivery of a tanker truck to the dairy center, containing about 30,000 liters of cow's milk. As soon as the milk arrives at the factory, it undergoes rigorous testing in the laboratory. Workers check that the color and odor are homogeneous before pumping it through vacuum hoses into a machine called a separator. The separator spins and separates the fat in the milk from the rest of the liquid. Thanks to centrifugal force, the milk and cream are separated, with the cream being the fat from the milk, and the remaining liquid is skim milk. The essential ingredient of butter is cream, which is thick, whitish, and contains approximately 38% fat. Some of it will be used to make a lower fat milk substitute. The lower the fat content, the thinner and more liquid the milk will be. The centrifuge spins at 1,500 revolutions per minute. The cream with more fat is less dense and moves toward the center, while the skim milk moves toward the outside. The milk and cream come out through different pipes. Fresh cream is loaded into tankers to travel to the butter factory. Tanker trucks carrying 25 to 30,000 liters arrive here every day, but this cream may contain undesirable bacteria. So it is heated to 92 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds, a process called pasteurization. The cream is placed in a bulk tank where mixers stir it to maintain consistency. Butter needs to have the same consistency all year round. The problem is that cream changes with the seasons depending on the food available for the cows. In winter, they graze on green grass, producing more unsaturated fat and softer butter. The lack of green pasture in summer produces more saturated fat and harder butter. The answer is a two-phase process called maturation. First, the cream is heated in these tanks to between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius. Then it is pumped into 150-ton vats and slowly cooled to 9 degrees. This changes the structure of the fat crystals, providing a consistent texture all year round. After maturing overnight, an operator checks the pH and taste. If the cream is too acidic, it indicates that it is starting to spoil, and the entire batch will be discarded. But this liquid cannot yet be spread on toast. But you still can't spread this liquid on toast. The churn solves this after pasteurizing and maturing the cream for 24 hours. Workers prepare to transfer it to another machine called a churn. First, they clean the interior by filling it with water mixed with iodine to eliminate germs from the previous batch. The churn rotates for about 5 minutes before being rinsed with water. Then, 15 liters of cream are poured into the churn, filling it halfway. It is important to leave some space for the air released during the churning process to escape through 2 ventilation grills. The butter churn rotates 1,000 times per minute and contains approximately 1 ton of butter. The cream's fat droplets are grouped together by fragile membranes, and churning breaks them up, causing the fat to form creamy clumps called butter popcorn. Every 5 minutes, a worker stops the churn and adjusts the air outlet at the top. When they feel that no more air is coming out, they close the valve and restart the machine. After 30 minutes of churning, the fat molecules of the cream turn into creamy clumps, which are trapped in the churn, while the remaining liquid, called buttermilk, flows out through a drain at the bottom. This is used to make cream cheese, and 12 tons of it are produced every hour by the churns. Now, only the butter popcorn remains. 2 more ingredients are added to finish the mixture. A worker seasons it with 14 kilos of salt, and a dairy culture is added. Dairy cultures are bacteria that ferment the lactose in butter, converting it into lactic acid and natural aromatic components. This gives it a slightly acidic taste and that familiar buttery aroma. The churning has added air bubbles to the mixture, and this is a problem. Air can cause the butter to oxidize, producing a metallic taste. The worker closes the churn, sealing the window with a rubber ring and a metal clamp. This keeps the internal air pressure approximately equal to that outside the churn, ensuring that it works properly. The butter is needed to mix the ingredients before being sent to a vacuum chamber that removes the air. The final product is a very rich butter. The butter is now ready, and a worker puts about 30 kilos of butter into a mill that transports it to the final production phase, where it is shaped and packaged. This machine squeezes the butter into a block-shaped injector, which then deposits the blocks of butter into open containers. The container paper has an outer aluminum coating that prevents light from spoiling the butter. Each sheet measures 26.5 cm long and 19 centimeters wide. The machine works 4 days a week and produces up to 230 packages per minute. To check the accuracy of the mixer, workers check 1 out of every 15 blocks to ensure they weigh exactly 455 grams. An elevator places the ready pallets with 4,000 butter packages in a cold storage warehouse. The fans keep this mountain of butter at about 2 degrees Celsius. Every 2 minutes, a pallet leaves the factory, helping to transport 2.5 million packages of butter to supermarkets around the world. The factory also produces powdered milk. First, the milk from suppliers is transported to the storage tanks, which have a capacity of 1 million liters. Then it is pumped into an intermediate container, and then into machines that evaporate the milk, giving it a density of between 45% and 52%. So, the milk concentrate is pumped to the spray drying tower through a heating system and a homogenization system. The spray drying tower is the place where the drying process takes place, resulting in a product containing 4% of water. The spraying devices allow the production of many types of powdered milk, such as skimmed milk, whole milk, and milk with various vegetable oils. The freshly produced powdered milk is transported from the spray drying tower to a container located above the weighing and packaging line. This fully automated line is used to package the final product in sacks or bags. The final product then goes through the distribution warehouse and is delivered to customers around the world by trucks. If you want to know how mayonnaise is made, you have the link in the description and in the first comment. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by turning on notifications to keep learning. Bye-bye.